All right, once again, my dear, welcome in.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
It's always a pleasure.
It is.
When you give us good news.
I got some good news, actually. The sun's in Gemini. But more importantly, over the next 3 or 4 days, starting Thursday, the moon is in Aries, which I think it means we're going to hit the road and go see people. I don't think it's going to be a stay-at-home Memorial Day the way it was last year.
Okay.
And I think that there are some really good times ahead for it because on Monday, actually Memorial Day itself, the moon co-joins Venus. So instead of having the kind of, holidays where, somebody gets drunk and starts, creating a scene, it's a much more loving energy, a way more fun, loving energy, which is, I think, good for all of us. I thought I'd go through and let people know what they have in store for the weekend because of that.
Well, hit it and get it.
For Geminis, man, they're going to be off seeing friends and socializing and family, and I'm thinking that the party is probably, if it's not at their house, I think that they're going to be doing a lot of the socializing involved with that. For Cancers, I think this energy, I think they do all the work. So even if the party's at the Gemini's house, the Cancers one's going to be doing all the cooking because they are in the spotlight for one reason or another. Leos, as you well know, are hitting the road. They've got long-distance travel where I'm just going up to North Florida, you're going out of state. And I think quite a few Leos are doing that with you. The clarion call of long-distance travel is really calling to them.
Long-distance travel?
You betcha. Safe, long-distance. Uneventful is what I like to say about trips like that.
I need that.
Virgos, I don't know why it is. I don't know they're throwing the party, but I know they're spending all the money. I know that it's a money-spending weekend for Virgos. That moon's in their 8th house, and it's a matter of, and I don't know whether it's to prepare for it, but I just know that more money goes out than comes in for Virgos over the next 4 or 5 days or so. That's good news for Leos, though, if they're hitting in the trail. I mean, if they're going long distance, it means we're probably going to win tonight and go back to Boston, which would be a very cool thing.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
I just saw that now, thought I'd mention it, because I wasn't so confident about that before. For Libras, Libras are going to be the peacemakers, and because apparently in the Libra family and the Libra home, there are some warring factions, and they all need to get along and be nice. And that's what the Libra's big challenge is over the next 3 or 4 days, is to get everybody in the same room with being nice. For Scorpios, I think they have to work. I don't know why it is, but the next 3 days, the moon's in their 6th house of work and responsibilities, and I don't think they're going to be able to leave early to get to the party. They may just show up on Monday. For Sagittarians, party's at their house. They intend to have a really, really, really good time. They got a lot of things planned. It's not just to sit around in your lounge chair and drink a beer kind of thing. It's a event kind of thing. Orchestrating the good time is really kind of what it is. For Capricorns, everybody else is traveling, so I guess the party's at Capricorn's house because they are sticking fairly close to home is where their good time would be. They don't need to go to a resort or places like that. Wherever their home is where the good time will be had. For Aquarians, they've got party hopping to do. They've got more than one place to go to, more than one thing to do. And so they're going to have to work really hard to stay ahead of the power curve to do that, to get to all the places on their agenda, social little beings that they are. And Pisces spend a ton of money, so I'm guessing they, like Virgos, are paying for the party because they spend a ton of money. And then Aries, for Aries, the moon is in their sign, so it's about them having the good time. It's about them doing the leadership ability of it. And for Aries, really, this is a coming out party of sorts for them. They've really revamped themselves over the last year or so. And now they're taking that new show on the road. And then for Taurus is the last sign. Lots of work, no appreciation. So I'm going to thank Pat right now for doing a good job because the Taurus is going to be doing all of the behind-the-scenes stuff.
She does a lot of that.
And more of that this weekend. So
I'll give her credit for all of it.
Yes, because otherwise their feelings are going to be hurt. So that's tomorrow's news today for Memorial Day for the 12 signs of the Zodiac. And although everybody looks at it as a holiday, for me, Memorial Day is very, very special because without the people that gave their lives for this country, none of us would be celebrating anything.
It's about the ultimate sacrifice
of
those
really,
special people.
Truly, truly is to me and others. So to them, I say thank you.
Yes, and we do too, and say be sure you pay your respects, and we'll see you next Wednesday during the Throwback Summer.
That's right, and it's an eclipse, so it's kind of interesting. Yeah, the 1st is an eclipse, so we'll talk about that next week.
Okay, can't wait. Have a great Memorial Weekend.
Go Bolts!